I saw this really cool macaron decorating hack by Maddie. I'll tag her in the comments. And I just knew I had to try it. So you dip a mini cookie cutter in luster dust and then press it into the macarons before baking. Now, am I good enough at macarons to be experimenting with them? Absolutely not. And I mean, especially with the price of eggs right now, it's probably not a move. They did not bake up perfectly. They didn't get their little feeties. But the heart design came out really nicely. So I think it was something else that I did wrong, and nothing wrong with the decorating technique. I love it. 10 out of 10. Thanks for sharing. These salted caramel pot of gold macarons are truly one of my most favorite recipes that I have ever made. You guys have to give this one a try for St. Patrick's Day. We pipe out our macarons and then we make our homemade caramel sauce. And once the macs have baked, we can decorate them with little gold balls for that pot of gold vibe. Fill them with homemade salted caramel buttercream and homemade salted caramel sauce. Look at that dreamy golden color. And then the finishing touch is just a little chocolate pot handle, and they're so cute. They're chewy, they're crisp, they're crunchy from the sprinkles, they're creamy from the buttercream. These are gorgeous and luscious and so good.
This is your sign to bake someone's day. Too cheesy? I'm trying to work on my hooks, I'm sorry. But really, the point of this video is to inspire you to bake something for a friend, or even just for yourself, to boost their mood. These are silver lining macarons. They're shaped like cutie little clouds, filled with a delicious Oreo buttercream, and then decorated to have an edible glitter silver lining. It's the perfect treat to go along with that corny line, every gray cloud has a silver lining, but like instead of having to say it, I get to just give it, and they're edible and they're delicious. It's an easy shape if you're fairly new to macarons because it's essentially just 5 circles piped close together. And they're abstract, so if they're not perfect, that's okay. The recipe and full tutorial are live. Give them a go. I feel like I say this on almost every video that I post, and you guys are probably getting tired of hearing it by now, but this is one of my most favorite recipes that I have ever made. These are speckled robin's egg macarons. They are dyed a beautiful blue color. They're naturally gluten-free. They're filled with the most luscious and creamy chocolate ganache. I literally want to go make these again right now, but I'm torn because I also want to give you guys fresh content. Let me know. Can I just make these again, or do you guys want to see some new recipes for this Easter? Hi friends, I'm going to show you how I made these tie-dye macarons. Starting with plain macaron batter, I put a few drops of gel food coloring in 3 different colors in 3 different parts of the bowl. I stirred them up a little bit, but not completely, and then lined my piping bag with those 3 colors before filling the piping bag with the rest of the batter. This way, when I piped them out, the colors were separate, but they kind of blended together just a little bit. It was neat because as I piped, the colors changed a bit, so no 2 macarons were the same. Once I baked them, I filled them with my French buttercream. The recipe for these is the same as my vanilla orange macarons, just minus the orange part. They turned out so cute, and I can't wait to try this technique with other colors. July 1st is coming up, so I'm making these orange vanilla macarons to acknowledge rather than celebrate that holiday. I split my macaron batter in half and dyed half of it orange, and then put that into plastic wrap before placing it in my piping bag so the colors don't mix. And as I piped my macarons, I did a little swirl. The usual cool shot of them peeling off the mat did not work this time. I let them cool too long, they're a little bit too dry. But we move on. The filling is a French buttercream flavored with vanilla bean and orange zest. It's not a flavor I would normally go for, but it's absolutely delicious and perfect for the summer. Recipes on my website. Since everyone always mixes up macarons and macaroons, I decided to be a devil and make macaroon macarons. So I made macarons with the almond flour as per usual, and then toasted up some coconut and made a coconut chocolate ganache. Then dunked the macaron shells in the toasted coconut like a macaroon, taste-wise and looks-wise. And then I filled them with a rich coconut ganache and sandwiched them together. So it's got a bit of the flavors from both, a bit of the looks from both, and I feel it's just like an all-around evil thing to have done. But I will say I do not regret it because these were absolutely divine. Like, so yummy. Did you know what the most watched sporting event in the world is? It's the Tour de France, and it's happening right now, so let's make some bicycle macarons. I piped a dark gray macaron and then a white macaron kind of right on top to make the tire, and then drew the spokes on with an edible marker. Then I used white chocolate to trace out the bike frame and add details like the saddle, the handles, the pedals. Now the macarons actually didn't turn out at all. So to my friends, this is why I did not bring them for you to eat. But the show must go on. I still filled them and then attached the frame to the wheels. And I love how they turned out. They're like little pieces of art. What's up friends? I made the cutest fox macarons this weekend and I'm gonna show you how I did it. Started with just an orange circle and then piped a little U with white batter along the bottom to make the fox face. This is the first time I did a mix of 2 different colors and it worked super well. Then I piped little dots for the ears and pulled them out with a toothpick to make a point. I let those rest and then baked them up. And then I filled them with just plain vanilla buttercream. And lastly, to decorate, I mixed black food coloring and vanilla extract to create an edible black paint, which I used to draw a tiny nose and these cute little eyes. These were a birthday gift from my sister's partner who loves foxes, and I'm so happy with how they turned out. Let me know what you guys think.
Pronunciation of the word macaron. Almost every time I make a video, I get people saying I'm not pronouncing it right. And I know macaron is the anglicized version of the word. Si vous voulez, je peux le prononcer comme macaron, mais quand je parle en anglais, j'utilise les anglicismes. Just like everyone does when you're speaking English, you use English words. I also speak French. I know how to pronounce it the French way. It's like croissant and croissant. In English, macaron. En français, or macaron.